If you run a team and your agents aren't selling, it is your fault. It's not the team. It's your system. They are broken. So in this video, I am going to teach you 3 different things that you can do to get your non-producing agents selling. My name is Jared Davis, and this is another video on Mega Agent Academy. Now, if you haven't already, please feel free to like and subscribe for all of our latest videos so we can teach you how to scale your business, grow your team, find financial freedom, and then show you what to do with that money so that you can invest it for the future. One of the things that I get all the time when I'm coaching agents is people that have started teams and they've realized that they are not profitable. In one of my last videos, I brought out that most team leads are running non-profit businesses so their agents can run profitable businesses. So how do you fix that? As a team lead, we think that a lot of times we're going to bring agents in and they're going to be just as good as us, or that they'll go out and work like we work to build the business to where we needed to do it. But what we start to realize really quickly is that most of these agents don't know what it takes to run a business. They don't know what they need to be doing to be able to grow their real estate business to the size that they would like it to be. So the first thing I find that falls on you as the leader is making sure that your agents have some kind of accountability plan in action. So I want to ask you, if you're a team leader, do you know how many real estate conversations that every one of your team members is having every single week? Do you know how many of those conversations are above 2 minutes? Do you know how many of those conversations lead to an appointment? How many appointments lead to a sale? Well, if not, it's a huge issue. I'm going to give you just a couple of general numbers, something that we use within our team. So I run a team of about 30 agents. We do a little over 100 million a year in sales. And what we have seen is that for every 50 real estate conversations an agent has, they're going to get 1 appointment. And for every 3 appointments, they're going to get 1 sale. So if you have an agent that wants to sell at least a house a month, they generally need to be having at least 50 real estate conversations per week. Now, you can use your CRM to do this, but a lot of agents are going to be on the road making calls and things like that outside of their CRM. So for us, we do 3 accountability calls every single week. I do them personally on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I do them at 8 in the morning. So before they should be on the phones, they should be up, they should be running. We do it on Zoom, and it's just a daily check-in where I'm going to ask how many real estate conversations they had yesterday. If it's Tuesday, I'm going to ask how many happened over the weekend. I'm going to ask what their real estate win was for the day. And I'm going to ask them what their real estate goal is for the day. Now, that one thing changed my team drastically, because up until that point, what would happen is you would sit down with an agent one-on-one and you'd ask them, hey, how's it going? Are you selling anything? Is it working for you? And what do they tell you? Oh, well, I'm doing all the things. I'm making my calls, I'm running leads, I'm doing everything I need to be doing, but you're not seeing the sales. Once we started doing this, it was a game changer, because I could look at an agent that I knew had to be having at least 50 conversations a week, and I'd see that they're only turning in 18, 19, 20. Well, if that's the case, I know they're not going to sell a house a month. In fact, the average agent is only having 0.9 conversations per day, not even 1. So the first thing you need to be doing is you need to be keeping track of each and every conversation that your agents are having. You also want them to track how many of those conversations are 2 minutes or more. If you can get that data, you can get really specific, because we also know that if they were to have 2 minute or more conversations, if they did 10 of those a day, they would statistically be selling more like 35 houses. So if you can start tracking that, the other thing you'll see is if they're having 10 conversations a day and only 1 or 2 are above 2 minutes, then you really got to work on, what they're saying to these people. Are they talking to the right people? Are they saying the right thing? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to build in some kind of accountability plan. You're going to track each and every one of these conversations. Start running a huddle as soon as possible. Now, the next thing, and I find most people are not doing this at a high level, if not just not doing it at all, are you using whatever CRM you are for your team to the best of its ability? Now, for us, we use Sierra. We know a lot of people like Follow Up Boss. With EXP, they give you the option of 3 now. You can get Close, you can get Bold Trail, you can get Lofty, I think, all for free. We use Sierra, and we also pair that with an AI software called Shiloh. Shiloh is an AI coach on steroids. What Shiloh will do, it will listen to every single conversation that your agents are having as long as they're dialing them through the CRM. Now we go back to tracking a second ago. If all of your agents are dialing with the CRM, you're going to be able to see the calls they made. You're going to be able to see that they were over 2 minutes. You're going to be able to see everything that they're doing, that they're actually tracking their calls, that they're actually following up on tasks. They're actually checking off the things they should be doing. But Shiloh is going to listen to every conversation. It's going to transcribe it for you, record it for you, and then it's going to rate it between a 1 and a 5. And that agent or you, either one, can go in on every conversation and you can see exactly what that call was rated, what they did well, and what they need to improve on. So it's actually going to coach them. It's also going to take notes and say, hey, this person's looking for a house in this county, in this area, for this price point. It's going to give you detailed notes about just what happened on the call as well. It's going to give them actionable steps. It's even going to give them script items that they could have done better. The flip side to that is if you are logging all of your calls right. The other thing is, are you running the CRM with pawns correctly? So for us, we did it wrong for a long time. We just kind of had leads come in, and as they flow in, we would just kind of round robin. New agent comes in, they don't have that many leads in their system. They're complaining, and you're like, don't worry, it's gonna build up. Just keep following up, and slowly it'll build, right? But then what happens? A few months later, now they've got hundreds of leads in their system, and they're not following up on the ones that they got in the beginning, and now they're overwhelmed, and then the balls just get dropped, right? Because the reality is, we know internet leads take 26 touches to convert at this point. So the reality is, are your agents putting in 26 touches between phone calls, maybe emails, text messages, whatever? I find the worst agents out there aren't even putting in the calls. They'll shoot an email, they'll shoot a text, and they hope for the best. Or they make 1 or 2 calls and then they never call again, right? The average agent calls drop off around 2 times, but it's 25 times. Rather than round robin your leads, you're gonna take them and you're gonna drop them all into one pond at one time, that all of your agents that make calls that they're gonna have access to, which means that agent is now going to be able to go in, and let's say you got 5 agents that are making calls religiously, all 5 of those are gonna see that lead at one time, which means they're all gonna be able to call it on the same day, which means on Monday, they're gonna get 5 calls, on Tuesday, they're gonna get 5 calls, on Wednesday, they're gonna get 5 calls. You're gonna get your 25 to 26 touches in 1 week. Now you may say, man, is that too many touches? And no, it's not. We know statistically now we need that many touches. If you were to buy a lead from realtor.com or let's say a HomeLight or some of these referral sources, they're already sending these leads to multiple agents. You don't want to be the one agent on this lead of 5 other people that are in different companies and different teams that's trying to compete for it, right? You'd rather have all of your agents being competed for it, because at least the one person that gets lucky is still going to be someone on your team. When someone has at least a 2-minute conversation, that's when they're going to take that lead, and that's when they're going to go to claim. So you're going to get all of the calls that you need for the conversion, and when they get that 2-minute conversation, now it's going to push it. That way you're going to have less leads in people's direct databases, which means more people can go fishing all the time. When you onboard new agents, they're going to have stuff to do. If your average agent get 1 lead a day, now they're going to get 100, 200, 300 a month that they can go after along with everybody else. I guarantee you, if you make that change, you'll start to see results. Now, the last bit, and this is something I feel like agents don't want to do, team leads don't want to do, people just don't want to do it, role play. The best agents are always sharpening their skills by role play. We do 2 a month in person with our team. We invite anybody out within our EXP group, or really any agent in general that wants to come out locally and do it. We're also doing online role plays now. If you're watching this video and you're like, man, I want my team to be able to come to an online role play, or I want to come to an online role play, feel free to reach out to me at any of the information in my video and I'll get you an invite for it. We've started training so many agents across the country. We're in like 26, 27 states now. So to be able to do it online, we've realized that the best people role play almost every day. So you want to be going through things with your team, like how are you calling for sale by owners? How are they calling expireds? How are they circle prospecting? How are they talking to people at open houses? What are they saying to their sphere when they reach out to them? Let them know they're a new agent, right? We find with role play, you really see just how bad people are at sales. They're not good at asking open-ended questions. They ask a lot of yes or no's that end the conversation. Generally, they just don't know how to converse and find common ground. They have a really hard time of asking the questions to just further the conversation in a natural way. So the more you can role play with them, again, Shiloh will role play with them as well. So if you get something like a Maverick or a Shiloh, it'll do it electronically, but nothing's better than doing it in person. Because what you're going to see is your best agents that come and show up, they're going to get better. And they're going to start closing deals. And your agents that don't show up, you're going to see, one, they start to fall behind, but they'll start to notice the agents that show up and the success that they're having. So to recap, if you're a team and your agents aren't producing, you just haven't built the proper systems in yet. There are not bad teams. There's only bad leadership. So we want to teach you guys how to become good leaders. And the only way to do that, whether you have a rock star team or a team of new agents or a small team or a big team, is to put these things into place. So one, accountability. Start doing morning huddles. Start tracking every conversation that they are having. Two, make sure that you're properly using your CRM. Build the proper ponds. Make sure that they're tracking and calling things within it. Check out Shiloh, check out Maverick, right? And make sure you're giving out leads the right way and running it the right way so that you're not just wasting a bunch of money on leads that aren't going to convert. And finally, help your team sharpen the skills. Role play with them on a weekly basis. Throw it into your huddles if you have to. Do it at one-on-one. Some of the people on our team are just randomly call people throughout the day and do a random role play. They don't even let them know it's coming, right? That's the culture we've built because we want to help each other succeed. Hopefully, you found something in this video that's going to help you push your team to the next level. Again, if you found value, like and subscribe for all of the latest videos. We want to help train and coach our fellow agents up to success. You're always welcome to reach out to me directly as well if you want to look at what partnering with us looks like. And once again, this has been another video of Mega Agent Academy. Thanks for watching.